Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Previously we have covered how to create the material. Now in this video we will be covering that how to create the business partner. So let's go. Now here again you will click here on the search bar. So you can type the BP name, BP. Otherwise you can select, you can type the tile name as well or app name. For example, maintain business partner. So you will click here. Now in this interface you can see on the above, you can maintain business partner as a create as a person or as an organization. So we will be creating it as an organization. You will click here. Once you click, then here you can see the business partner number is not generated here right now, and you need to create in BP role. So here as a business partner as a general, you need to fill all the general information here. And now in the grouping you need to select the grouping, it's mandatory. For example, here you have the vendor local, vendor as a foreign, vendor one time. So I am going to create as a local vendor. I will be clicking here. Once you click here, so it's automatically popping up the mandatory field which is showing in the red. For example, I am going to create as a Star Private Limited. Selecting the company, enter. See, the error message has been gone. Now here further details of the company you can maintain here. For example, naming 2, naming 3 and all. In the below you need to maintain the address. For example, street number 1, 2, 3 and house number 153. Then you need to enter the country, region, in which region is coming. For example, I am taking from the search bar. In the find expression I will search India. So India is representing as a IN. I will select this one and click on OK. Now enter. Once I enter, it is taking me to the next step. Enter the postal code. You can see that below that what I need to do further. Enter a postal code. For example, I am taking 12445. Enter. See, it's showing the error message by default. How many characters, what is the length to maintain the postal code. So it's showing that the minimum length is 6, so we need to maintain accordingly. For example, 6. Error has been gone. If you want to select the region, so it will show, you can select it from here. After selecting the country, you can select the region as well by clicking here. For example, I select the India, so all the Indian regions are showing here, you can see. So I will find as a Mumbai. So here Mumbai region I can't see here. So let's see Delhi. Delhi is here. We'll select OK, then enter. Now this is the mandatory part. Communication, you always need to select the language. So the common language, the mostly people use is English, so we'll be selecting here English. Then further, if the supplier has a relevant telephone number and relevant information regarding the email to contact through the email. For example, in future, if supplier has you want to send a purchase order to the supplier, so after approval you want in the configuration that after approving final approval, the purchase order should go on through the email directly to this vendor. So you need to maintain that email address in the communication tab here. Here in the below you can see another independent communication, but you can maintain also here, but in the communication part you need to select the relevant information and relevant email address for to send the purchase order to the supplier. For example, then @gmail.com. It's just an example. I'm putting any random email address. You can put it as whatever the actual is. So now all general information has been saved here, and further you can see the identification. You will click here. For example, supplier has taxation and all, so you can maintain their tax number in the tax category. You need to select it from here. Tax category, whatever the tax category is, in which country you have, you can select it from here. Tax category according to the region, and then you have to put the tax number here to maintain it further. Now I don't have right now, so I will click on save here. So see, the BP has been generated. The number I will copy for the reference. Now to maintain it further, what we need to do, we need to create a vendor as a supplier. So we need to expand this business partner for further roles. So here you can see the switch between display and change. You will click here. Once you will be clicking, then here in the drop down list you will see in the below supplier and supplier financial accounting. This means supplier, once you click here, then see the upper tabs has been changed. For the purchasing purpose you need to maintain it here. If you do not maintain, you can't create the purchase order with the reference of this business partner, or you need to maintain it here. For example, you will click here in the purchasing. Now again you will be clicking here the purchase organization. For example, I will take in the 5910. Now in the below you need to maintain the currency. For example, I will be using USD. If you can directly type, otherwise you can take it from the drop down list here. So USD is here. I will select this one. Payment term you can select it, otherwise you can keep it blank, and I'm going to select this one, 30 days. In the below you need to do two mandatory things. First, this one, in the control data you need to click on this GR based invoice verification. You need to always maintain these things, because if you do not maintain here, in future while processing the purchase order and while processing the GRN, you will be facing issues and error. And second one is service based invoice verification. Now further you need to maintain the schema group as well. It will be coming by default in the system. Enter. Now for the purchasing purpose, the supplier has been maintained. I will be clicking on save. Now at this moment supplier has been maintained for the purchasing. Now once you have completed your cycle, and at the end you need to pay to the supplier, so you, for the payment of the payment purpose, you need to maintain further. For example, You will again click here, switch between display. Now again you will click a supplier financial account. You will click here. Once you will click, so again see the another tabs are here. So for the financial purpose, for the payment purpose, you need to maintain here for the company. In the company code, you will click here. Once you will click here, you need to again put the company code here. After maintaining here, you need to select the account reconciliation, which is mandatory. So you will select from drop down list. For example, it's payable domestic, because I'm maintaining this vendor as a local, so it's payable domestic. I will select this one, then enter. And the below, if you want to maintain further things, so you can maintain it, otherwise you can just save it till here. If you have further transactions, further things you want to do, you can for example payment terms, you can select it here as well. And if you want to further expand this vendor, further want to add more information for supplier, you can check one by one all the tabs, and you can for example withholding tax is there, supplier tax is there, so you can maintain it, otherwise you can save. So here, yeah, one thing is missing. You see that while saving, you will see you must maintain the mandatory certificate CR means that every supplier has a certificate ID, so we need to maintain here. So in the supplier country speech here in this tab, you can see this is blank. So for adding this certificate ID, you will click here, the insert row. Now I will select this CR certificate number, for example 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, and valid from, you can took it from today, and end date you can maintain as a 31 12 31 999. So validity will be showing us, and you will click here in this main certificate, click here, then enter, filling that required, registration city, fill blank, Delhi. See, all have been done. Now I will click on save. Results certificate not maintained for vendor. It's not mandatory, just is showing the message to you if you want to maintain it, otherwise you can save it as it is. Now BP has been saved. Now in this video we have learned that how to create the business partner. Now in the next video we will be covering that how the P2P cycle run. So we will start from the purchase requisition, then purchase order, then good receipts for the consumable material, and for the service material, for the services which we have availed from the supplier, so we will create the service entry sheet, and then in the end we will be posting invoice. Thank you for watching.